All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, um, can you guys see my screen? Um, it says KV Core Marketing Strategies.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, we're going to walk through this with you guys. A lot of this I have taken from the KV Core trainings that they're doing. I put a link at the end of this. I want to make sure you guys are taking part in these because they are very informative. They are very good trainings about every aspect of KV Core. But one of the things I get a lot of is, what are some things we can do marketing wise? What are some things we can do from a uh, from a lead generation standpoint. So, feel free to pipe in at any point in time. I just want to be able to kind of share this with you guys, and then if there's anything that you have questions on, we can definitely jump on that. So, um, just there's a couple other people logging on. So, all right. So when it comes to KV Core, this is what I like about this system is that it is it's a lead generation system. It is a marketing system. You can do mailers through here. You can do postcards. You can do text capture. You can build out additional um, web pages for your website. It is the website on the front end for the consumer, and then it's your database. So the biggest thing about your database is this is where you make all your money. So the more time that you spend in here, the more that you work out of here, the better off that you're gonna be from a financial standpoint and from a consistency standpoint. So um, very first thing I want to show you guys is we're going to talk about five stages of marketing through KV Core, and I'm going to kind of jump between. I'm going to jump between this and actually walking through KV Core with you guys and showing you how to do it from KV Core. So we're going to talk about coming soon. We're going to talk about just listed, open houses, just reduced, and just sold properties. When it comes to these, why are you going back? Let's see here. Okay. When it comes to these, obviously, from a listing standpoint, we know that listings is what drives the business. We are going to have some that I'm going to show you can do from a buyer standpoint. And a lot of these are listing targeted, a lot of these are buyer targeted, but they are different ways of just going on and utilizing your KV Core platform to be able to gain additional leads. So when it comes to the coming soons, a lot of people are hesitant on doing them because of the new NAR guidelines. Here's what I will tell you. You got 24 hours prior to it going live in the MLS that you can legally market it. You want to make sure and just get permission from the client to be able to do that. I'm going to show you guys kind of what landing pages look like and how you can use those. I'm going to show you how to use social media when it comes to Facebook and Instagram, and then creating a manual listing. This is where you're going to utilize KV Core to create a listing essentially from a marketing standpoint, so you can gain leads instead of just doing like most people do. They just do a picture, they put it on Facebook, and they say, hey, here's something coming soon. Problem with that is you don't gain anything from that. All you're gaining is the exposure. You're not actually gaining the ability to acquire business or acquire leads there. So next thing we're going to kind of talk about is just listed. I'm going to show you guys how to do a Craigslist auto poster, and then use Facebook, use YouTube, use Instagram, and use Twitter. And then we're going to talk about how we can do open houses from a virtual standpoint, creating landing pages to kind of drive those open houses, creating a walkthrough video that you can post on YouTube, that you can post on Facebook to create hype for your open houses, and then really utilizing the KV Core platform to get leads, to create hype for the open house, and then how to send it out to your entire database. We're going to kind of walk through that, and then we're going to talk about just sold. You could also do just reduced if you wanted to. If you have a property, reduce the price on it. Creating landing pages to do that using either the MLS photo or a custom photo, and utilizing Facebook, Instagram, Nextdoor, which I don't know if you guys are utilizing that. That is a great platform to be on. It's free. All of these are free. And then if you want to, with just listed, just sold, you can do more, I guess, paid participation through the KV Core marketplace, where you can you can have postcards sent out, you can have mailers sent out. So there's a lot of things I'll kind of show you there. So what I want to do first before I jump into this is I want to switch over real quick. One second here. I'm going to switch over to KV Core on the actual KV Core site. When you guys log into KV Core, I'm hoping that you guys are using it on on a consistent basis. This is what the back end looks like for you guys. So the thing we're going to talk about today, we're going to focus really on two main areas. That's going to be this marketing autopilot and the lead generation tab. And then I want to talk to you a little bit about using the business analytics side to drive traffic into market as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go in and kind of build out a landing page. And this is, again, this can be used on just listed, just sold, open houses. This can be used across the board. And at the end of this, I have some examples of landing pages that other people have done that have done really well. And we'll kind of talk about what those look like when we get there. But if you've never created a landing page, we're going to kind of just walk through that real quick, and then I'll show you some strategies when it comes to the landing pages. So when you click on Lead Engine, you're going to come over to the landing page. It's going to drop down. You're going to select your domain. Now I'm looking at the brokerage account, so I'm looking from everybody's standpoint. I think my name's in here somewhere. All right, so you're going to select your name. It's going to be the only one that pops up on yours. And then you're going to start, and you click to start billing. So this whole screen here is completely customizable. You can change anything you want on here. You can change the background. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But one thing to note when you're doing the landing page is you always start from top left and go to the right and then down. Because if you start here and then you jump here and then you jump down here, it refreshes it and you'll actually lose the information that you've done before. So what we're going to talk about is a couple of different options that are over here. Lead generation, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is going to be where you're going to try to gain leads. That could be through a just listed landing page. That could be through an open house landing page. That could be through a coming soon landing page. One other way to do this is video plus lead. So let's just say you guys do a walkthrough. And we don't need to watch their video, but if you do a walkthrough video in your house, and I will say this, in this time, any house that you list, I would suggest doing a walkthrough video on it. Any house that you show. So a lot of people forget that you can ask other agents to market their properties. if you don't have a lot of listings, my suggestion would be to one, um, reach out to our other agents and say, hey, would you mind if I market some of your properties? Um, if there's not, if you're not familiar with our agents or you're not comfortable with doing that, and you go to show a house, ask the person ask the other agent that's on there, hey, would you mind if I do a quick video to market it out to see if I can bring you any other buyers to this house? Most agents are going to be perfectly fine with that. Then you come back and you can upload, you want to upload your video to YouTube, which if you don't have a YouTube channel or a YouTube account, I would highly suggest to create that. Actually, if you have an IRG email address, then that is part of the Google platform. So you actually have the ability to go in and create your own YouTube account for free that way. You can also do it on a Gmail account. Everything that is related to YouTube and Google, they all intertwine. Google actually owns YouTube. So that definitely can help you out. So again, like I said, all of this is customizable. If you do the video, it's asking lead type. So you want to kind of pick what lead are you going after. You going after buyer lead, you going after seller lead. Under the lead generation, it's not going to ask you that. So if you do the video, and it will. Now let's just say you wanted to do a just sold, right? So you're wanting to go out and you're wanting to try to get additional business. You would want to use the address capture. If you're wanting to do a text lead, you can use your text codes that you have in your KV4, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the text codes can be very, very beneficial in your business. And I'm going to show you why it can be beneficial and what other agents within the brokerage are actually doing to make, to gain leads through text capture. So you can use, everybody has their own text codes that they can use. You can create your own. You can use as many as you want. And then if you're a little bit more tech savvy, you can do a Facebook chat where it links up to you and chats with you immediately on Facebook. So what I want to do is I'm going to go back to lead generation. Okay, so what we want to do is, let's just say we're going to create a coming soon, right? If you want to edit this, again, you're going to move from top to left, or from left to right. Before I go down and start editing it, what I want to show you here is you can actually create a hashtag. So what I would suggest doing is I would suggest creating hashtags or folders for each landing page that you do. So I would do landing page coming soon, right? So when you do that, it creates a hashtag or a folder that anybody that comes in to your database, you can essentially see the source of where it came from and know that it came from one of your landing pages. You can name it whatever you want. You don't have to name it, landing page coming soon. You do not have to put the little hashtag in there. All you have to do is just type, and usually type one word. You don't have to type multiple words. It kind of messes it up if you do. The second thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to customize this submit button right here. So let's just say you wanted to do get more info now, right? When you type it up here, it changes it down here and it customizes it for you. We're going to talk about this in just a minute. I'm not going to jump into this one yet because I'm going to show you how to go and create a URL for your landing page. And what this does is when somebody hits this button, it redirects it to here. So we'll talk about that in just a second. One thing I would suggest doing though is I would suggest always clicking on the require phone button. You're going to get better leads that way. Typically, if you just do the email, you're going to get a lot more just email leads. You're not going to get phone numbers, so it's going to be harder to essentially attract those leads there. You want to change the background, you can do that. You can change it to a map. You can change it to a modern. Or there's two options down here that I typically have gone with in the past. The first one I'll point out is the primary MLS image. All that you need is the MLS number. So you take the MLS number, put it in here, and that image will be the backdrop of this photo. The other thing is a custom background. So let's just do custom background real quick. I'll give you guys an example. So let's just say you wanted to do a custom background of a home for sale, right? And you wanted to use just some kind of generic. If you go to Google and you search for, home for sale, and you go to the picture that you want to take, and you go down and you right click on it, you go down to copy image address. Okay, once you go down to copy image address, go back to your landing page. You're going to click on custom background, and then you're going to paste that in there. And now you have that custom image background on there. Let's see here. Any questions on the top side so far from anybody? Okay. You also want to select lead type. So that lead type that was over here is now over here. So you got buyer, seller, renter, whatever that is. Now you want to come down here and you want to edit it, right? So you're going to click on what you want to change. So this one we're going to do 123 Main Street coming soon. Okay. And then you can come down here. Now let's just say you didn't want to use this this tab here. If you just double click on that, it disappears. And then you can come down here and put whatever you want. You could put see this home before it's the market. Okay. And you can do 4 of these, you can do 2 of these, you can do 3 of these. And then what you're going to do when you get done, let's just say you've completed what you want, you hit the save button. It's going to warn you that this page is going to only save it one time, right? So what you're going to want to do after you hit this OK button, if you ever want to use this in the future, you're going to want to save this domain right here. So you may want to do an Excel spreadsheet, you may want to do a Word document, but you're going to want to save that domain because you can't go back and recreate it again. You have to create a different one. When you get ready to start sharing that, the easiest place to do this is over here on the left-hand side. This little green share button, and then you pick where you want it to go. Okay, so you pick, I want to share it on Facebook, I want to share it on Twitter, I want to share it on LinkedIn, I want to share it on Pinterest. If I wanted to share this on Facebook, it's going to ask me to, obviously, like I'll just do this for example. If I hit Facebook, it's going to auto-generate it onto Facebook. It's going to show up as you. It's going to show up as coming soon, and then you just type in here, home for sale coming soon, whatever you want to type. And you can post it to your newsfeed. You can post it to your in a group. You can post it to a page that you manage, or you can post it, on your feed. Your feed itself. You can do that you can do that with videos. You can do that on coming soons. You can do that on just listed. You can do that for open houses. You can create an open house for, a landing page, and have the information on there and have people, sign up for it. So landing pages are really good free way to do marketing. Um, the next thing that I want to show you guys is how to auto post in KV Core. So what I want to do is the next button that you want to kind of focus on is the listings. And this is where it could take you, if you spent 30 minutes a week, 30, 45 minutes a week on this page here and landing pages, you're going to get a good amount of leads off of it. So let's just say, well, let's do this. So if you go over to the property listing and you click on the filter button, it shows all listings. Now, what it's currently showing is all listings in Western Upstate, Greenville MLS, and Spartanburg MLS. You can click on my listings and it's going to only populate your listings, or I'm going to click on agency listings, and then what it's going to do is it's going to just show our agency listings. So you can see here, these are all the listings that we currently have, within the MLS. What I would suggest doing is just reaching out to our agents and saying, hey, would you mind if I start marketing these properties? And in a couple of different ways you can do that. So let's just click on this first one. And let's say that you wanted to market this property on Facebook. Let's say you want to market this property on Craigslist. We'll talk about Craigslist here in a minute, but I'm going to show you Facebook first. So a couple of things that I like about KV Core is you've got all the information you need here. Plus, you know who the listing agent is. It's got their phone number, and then it's got a direct link to this listing from our website. So let's just say that I wanted to share this on Facebook. If you go over to the right-hand side and you click on these three little dots, it's going to pop up, and you can share it via text, hashtag, you can print flyers, you can boost the property if you wanted to. But right now we're going to focus on two things. We're going to focus on post to Facebook and post to Craigslist. For the first one is post to Facebook. So literally I click on this, it's going to open my Facebook. And then I'm going to say, something to them, see this home before it's gone, right? Call me for more information. And I'm gonna post this real quick just to show you what it looks like, and then I'll go back and delete it. But what this does is when you literally go in, you put that, and you hit where you want it to go. So do you want it on your news feed? Do you want it on a group, a page? I'm just going to share it to my personal page. So I posted to Facebook. And it's done. Now I'm going to go pull up my Facebook real quick just to show you guys. There it is. See this home before it's gone? Call me for information. That took 30 seconds to go and to post on here. Now, the difference between just putting a picture out there and actually going and doing this, one, it takes much less time than trying to go put a picture to try to do these different things. But two, when I click on this, it's going to take me back
Hi, Ashley. Are you gonna lead the meeting?
No. Did anyone?
Do we all need to leave or?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Eh, he got disconnected.
Uh, it's weird.
So do we exit all?
I guess exit and maybe try to get back in.
Yeah, I guess that's probably what we need to do.
Okay.
Okay, let's all do that. Okay,
Bye.
bye.